This is a No Chase the Truth production.
No Chase the Truth is a podcast that's culturally based around relationships, mental health, and wealth, with that real nostalgic vibe to it, of course. So stream us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel, No Chase the Truth Podcast. And also, disclaimer, this podcast is strictly based on our own opinions. We are not professionals. I repeat, this podcast is strictly based on our own opinions. We're not professionals. Let's get it. Stay tuned for part 2 of 3 Sides to Every Story. Jaxson Jerome, the Indigo Child, and Miss Shay. Let's get it. All right, so here's my thing, right? Here's what Lori Hart. What I don't know the details. No, I don't think nobody know the details of what happened, right? But like, I think that all ties back to you talking to your partner in the beginning on what they want. You know what I mean? Let's just go off the logic.
Oh yeah, because my boy wanted to get married, and my girl was like, "I'm still a city girl out here."
You know what I'm saying? Like she wanted to, like she still wanted to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, so so what they used to say, man, like she belonged to the streets. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like let the bird fly free. You know what I mean? You can't keep her caged. You know what I'm saying?
So tell Steve Harvey I don't want her. I mean,
hey, listen, you know what I mean? That's how, like, one thing about it, right? That's why you have those conversations. And she's young, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, even though like that attraction may be there, you know what I'm saying? Don't get blinded by just that. Like, you have to have those.
I really want to say people really indulge in her because she's the it girl that everybody talks about.
Yeah,
I really feel like that's what it is for her. Like, she is a very pretty girl, but I really feel like a lot of dudes in the industry is like, oh, Lori Harvey, you know, it's just like dudes in high school or even in college, like, oh, that's such and such. Ooh, like, you know.
That's
and
true.
Then they get her and they don't know, they either A, don't know how to treat her, or B, they just don't know how to take her because she probably have a persona that they're not used to.
That's true. I think that it almost becomes like, prime example, right? Like, if you know, like, going into it, right, like who she is and stuff like that and everything, right, and the track record, that goes back to having a conversation like, hey, look, you know what I mean, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna like be just like playing around, like situationship type stuff? Like, what
I don't like situationships. I hate those.
Or shoot, I mean, it all depends on like the details of, because if like y'all in a situation, right, where y'all in that gray area where y'all trying to build towards something, like build into a relationship, then it's like, all right, you know what, like we don't want to stop doing what we've been doing, but like I do feel like that we are leading into a relationship, but we're trying to give each other time to kind of like, I guess, figure out what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the person.
Last forever. Sometimes they last long in a relationships, and then you be heartbroken at the end, like y'all had a real relationship. Y'all were never a thing. Like, I'm telling you, the black community is like the biggest situationship holders. Like, it should be. Listen, oh my God.
Yeah,
we are terrible about that. Like, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, there are real people out here that are in real relationships, and I commend y'all. I actually applaud you guys, especially when they're in happy marriages, and and you're working towards the sanctity of marriage, because people really get married for the whole, wedding type of deal.
Yes. For what they see on social media and their best friend wedding and they married and happy. So now they feel influenced and just empowered to just get married just for the ring and not for what marriage really embodied. Like, like the essence, and you know what I'm saying? That's what make it last. And that's what make it don't last, is when you get married for those type of reasons, to look good on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why these marriages aren't lasting like our grandparents. I ain't gonna say our parents, grandparents. Because,
That's right.
we still in between, like, we're in that age gap of our parents and the kids coming after us.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
right.
I had one of my friends say, we're in the age gap where we're probably never going to get married. And I was like, hey, don't put it on
Hey, listen.
me.
Hey.
And he was like, no, but for sure. He was like, nah, but listen, because we're old, like we still have like the older generation mindset
Right.
of, because we were in the generation where we didn't have internet for a little bit. And even if we did, it was dial up,
Right.
He said, then now we're at the age where we have to get into what the younger crowd is into, because if not, we're gonna be lost. So we're in that gray area in between, and you can't stay stuck in the Stone Age, basically. So what do you do? I was like, it kind of makes sense. Like we are in between. So it's almost like, do I want to settle down? Do I want to be a city girl? Like, you don't know. My homeboy Tay told me, he said, just be a city girl, sis. Niggas like hoes. I said, get away.
Listen, hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to really do what really fits your situation. You know what I'm saying? So if you like, you know what? I'd rather just kind of just go do my thing for a little bit. And then, along that journey, you meet a guy and like he's really like showing you that real interest like that. That's when you lock in. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what? This guy is really hitting on something. You know what I'm saying? Let me get and go with him. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I was just telling you, like, you would know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's for any woman out there. Like, you would know when the guy's really on your bumper like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's really interested in you, it'll be those like it won't be no sign of inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that word.
Because that matters a lot.
People don't understand. It does.
Matters.
And that inconsistency is
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
It is a big thing. That's the honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency.
Yes. Definitely honorable.
A lot of people don't have consistency.
Yeah.
And that definitely goes with, the whole honesty and trust factor in relationships, because you have to have consistency. And stability too. Like, it goes with your stability too. You have to have consistent stability in order for things to work. So yeah, like that can definitely be an honorable mention.
That's facts. I think that not really like even when you are dating or whatever the case is, right? After a while, let's say you guys enter into a relationship, marriage and everything, you can like get to that point where I guess they call it like the stale stage. You know what I'm saying? Where things is real stagnant, where it feels like that flame is just, you know what I'm saying, it's not really like ignited like as it was before.
That's when you gotta communicate with your partner, like, hey,
listen,
you lacking.
Yeah. Like, you gotta really, you know what I'm saying, because that happens. Well, like, you'll be with a person for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like a friend where, they've been with their partner for like almost 10 years, like 10, 12 years. And it's like, like you really get to that point where it's like, you know what, like, what can we do to like, to really bring, just to make sure that everything that them fire still there. So we're not really like get to that point where like you start to really look outside of like the marriage and just for excitement and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always see it in movies. Huh?
Yeah, that's when people got to start dating again. Like, people get so comfortable in relationships, and I think that's what it is too. I'm not gonna say stagnant. I think people get super comfortable. I for one don't feel like you should ever be comfortable in your relationship.
Right.
Comfortable enough, but
Absolutely.
like not comfortable.
Absolutely.
Like, you're never comfortable in life. Like, when you want to reach a goal, it gets uncomfortable when things are starting to go good for you. So just like a relationship, just like life, a relationship should be where it should be uncomfortable, and you should be able to have, like you said, those uncomfortable conversations to push, the relationship to move forward. Because you either gonna move forward or you gonna fumble.
That's facts. That's facts. I think that, honestly, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta really, and it really goes beyond, because you'll have some guys like, you know what, man, I'm gonna just spend like a couple bands on the girl, and that's gonna be the cure. You know what I mean? I'll buy a couple bags, some Birkin bags and Louis bags and all that. Like,
Who
that's
got money
cool.
for Birkins and Louis? Boy,
Listen,
I
that's
need
cool.
to
You know
run
what
into
I'm saying? Trust me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like dudes that are like, that really do it, and that's like commendable. You know what I'm saying? That's very commendable. But it's really like, I think more so like the small gestures that really have the most impact. It could be something that's really priceless. You know what I mean? Don't cost a thing, but it's the thought. You know what I'm saying? That really, like,
and listen to your partner. Everybody's love language is different, and nobody listens to their partners. Right. I had a friend who literally was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to pay off my car," and her partner at the time was like buying her things, and she was like, "I don't want this material stuff." You hear this girl say she want a pair of car? Just give her the money to a pair of car, fool. You buy her, tennis bracelets and stuff that she don't care about. She don't want none of that. She wants financial stability. So the best thing you could do if you want to spend money is create that financial stability that she's looking for. Right. You doing something stupid.
You doing all this mess. Like, even if, right, let's say,
and in his mind, she probably was unappreciative. But it's not even that. It's like you're not listening to me.
Exactly. Like, what does she really want? Which it could just be physical touch. Like, she may just want to just be up under you like that, and not even, and then right. Substitute like a guy thing. Okay, I'm gonna just give her the bread, and I can still go off and do what I want to go do. But like, well, all she wants is just to be next to you like that. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, you taking that time with her, quality time. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you know what I mean? It all ties back to really just knowing your partner, and this is for the folks as well too. If you don't know your partner's love language, y'all can take the love language quiz test, and literally it's going to give you an accurate test on what do you want? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you personally with your partner, like, what do you want from your partner, basically? So, you take that and everything, it'll like definitely give you more insight, and I think it'll make the relationship flow better. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like gifts, if you like words,
I would need somebody that likes gifts, because I like gift giving. I've noticed over the years, like, and not even like big stuff, because I know people like, oh, she tricky. Nah, like,
hey, listen. That's, I mean,
people, I pay attention to small details. So, like, if somebody in your family meant the most to you, I might go try to find like a picture and get somebody to do something for you. Shout out to Be Original. Put it on a pillow or something.
Definitely. Shout out to Be Original too. Definitely.
And so that's why I'm just like, stuff like that. And so I just feel like people think, oh, gift giving means, like you said, buy a Birkin. Birkins are nice. I mean, that is great. That is a great investment if you're into like collecting things of that nature. That's the only way somebody better buy me a Birkin. You're gonna make it where I can collect them and resell them later, where they're worth a lot more money.
I know that's
than what
right.
you purchased.
I know
but
that's right.
If not, invest in what I really want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But people, they don't be listening. They're just like, I'ma just buy, like you said. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not how any of that works.
That's facts, though. That's facts. Like, I think that, I mean, that all ties back to what we're saying, throughout like this whole conversation, where it's more or less like, like you really gotta have those real in-depth conversations. And that's another thing too, right? It's far too often when it comes to relationships, people will have just surface level conversation, and that's
Oh my god.
just the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really go in depth, man. That allows you to know the person, like, for like who they really are. You know what I'm saying? What they really want. Like, how do you really know if you just talking about apples and oranges? You know what I'm saying? You know,
how can you know if all y'all saying is what you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
how
you know,
doing
like,
I hate and people
minutes.
get mad because I'm like, I don't have to talk to my partner every day. And people are like, what do you mean if you with that person? No, because that's boring. If I talk to you every day and all you're asking me is, how was your day? How was work? I go to work every day. Work was work. What do you want? Like, you're gonna get so annoyed.
Too, like, you actually wouldn't want to even talk to him.
Right.
So, you know, like, I mean, truthfully, like, you gotta really, you know, be like a person where it's like, you know what, that's how you know a person has substance. You know what I'm saying? When you could really, like, just bring, like, a conversation. It could be a conversation about, you know, like, what y'all can relate on. You know what I'm saying? It could be, let's say it's politics. You know what I'm saying? Politics or something like that, or, you know, something, you know, consciously, you know what I'm saying, on like what's like going on just in the world in general, you know what I mean, that y'all could just relate on like that, and go into depth on that subject or different things, man. It's so many different topics that you could talk about that's not just the surface level of what you're doing. How you doing today? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just the same old repeated stuff. That ain't no real fun in that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real fun in that, man. You know what I mean? And through conversation, that's what keeps the relationship flowing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what keeps the juices flowing. You know what I mean?
And ladies, really take the time to listen to your men. I say that. I know y'all like, Erica Badu said it works. Trust me. But what I'm saying is, really pay attention, because dudes, whether we realize it or not, you guys really pay attention to like women that listen to you guys. Like, I have dated at least 2 dudes that can be like, oh, I remember we started talking at this day, and I was like, oh, we did. And that sounds so bad because I'm a female and I should be the one that's like,
damn.
You know,
damn.
I should be the one that be like, you know, yeah, we did. But I was always like, oh, damn, that is right.
Damn,
you know,
say that's cold. Wow, that man, boy, I'll be
pay attention to
everything
else. It's so crazy. I pay attention to everything else, but I can never really remember when I started talking to people, because I'm always just like, oh, time went by, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We're cool. But like, if you can, I'm one of those people, it has to be an event or something like that happened around the time, then I can remember. Outside of that, I'm like, damn, it's been 3 months.
Damn, man. I mean, it could be the case too, right? Like how you just get caught up in that person and just in the relationship, so you kind of do forget about the actual date. You know what I'm saying? We like, dang, you know what? I don't really remember, because like time moves fast too. Like when you really with that person, you get lost in. If it's somebody that you really into, like, you know, y'all like create your own world. You know what I mean? Like in my relationship, like it's more or less like, you know, going into it, it's like getting to know that person. It's like, you know, like I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like you really get caught up in that, like in the relationship of getting to know that person. So it's almost like, yeah, like you can't get lost in time. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a year passed by, or like 2 years, or 3 years, or 5 years, and it's like, damn, like, yo, we really like built like all this time like that. And then you look back, you're like, dang, I really don't remember like the day that we first started. You know what I'm saying? And so you play back in your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to go research some stuff, like, oh, okay, all right, so guess what was on, you know what I'm saying? On
no,
like
that was 12. Definitely me. That was definitely me.
Yeah,
like,
see,
definitely. Okay, was your birthday? Nah, it was not my birthday. It was after your birthday. Right.
Oh my God, yo. So while we on the subject, right? Like when you're in a relationship, can a man really drive a woman to cheat?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody
Okay.
say. Yes.
Okay.
I say that because, ladies, don't kill me because I'm probably about to be, low key snitching.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But like, dude. Okay, so I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I hate a stupid dude. If you cannot feed my intellect, I am completely and utterly turned off, for one. Secondly, is all you offer me is money at all times, and which a lot of people are like, oh, that's good. No, because women are emotional creatures. So are men, but women, because hormones, we're not exactly hormonally balanced all the time. So emotionally, we're not always the same person, as I can say, basically. So you always want to make sure, fellas, you always want to make sure you engage. Like, y'all be like, oh, I don't want to hear about their work day. Listen, that little bit of, even if you just take little bits and pieces of my work day, I'm like, yeah, he really be paying attention to me. Just like I said, we need to listen to y'all. Man, y'all need to listen to us. You might not want to hear it, but it means a lot. Or like, I know a dude right now that's like, I refuse to tell a girl she's cute. I refuse to tell a girl or compliment her anyway. And I'm like, wow. Because it's probably 30 other niggas doing it.
That's
and I literally had to say this, and that may be true, and I'm standing on this because I believe this myself. 30 niggas could tell me I'm fire, I'm pressure, because at the end of the day, it's right. Because I know I'm pressure. I don't care what none of these niggas say, okay?
Right.
But
right.
But 30 niggas could be in my DMs telling me I'm pressure. If the nigga I'm talking to or I'm dealing with does not tell me, I'm gonna go keep looking for niggas to tell me somewhere else, because you're not giving me that validation that I already feel for myself. Not saying that we need y'all validation, but it means a lot hearing it from the person that supposedly physically attracted to you, the person that you laying down with, like
that you really want it from.
Yeah,
so all those 30 guys don't really matter.
Right. How I'm laying down with you, we kicking it or whatever, we're dating, we're spending that quality time, we're talking, future aspects and things of that nature. You won't even compliment me. Like, bruh, what? You won't even, and fellas, that don't mean, oh, you gonna like a picture on Instagram, because you probably like 30 other bitches' pictures on Instagram, so fuck it. What was this? Like really compliment your girl, even if it's just like, dad, you looking good in sweatpants. We could be looking raggedy, but something about like a man telling me I look cute when I know I'm looking dusty is wonderful, because that means you really think the world of me. Like, you really think I'm cute like that, and I'm out here really looking dusty. Like, I had a dude tell me I was fine and I was sick to death. I was like, boy, you crazy.
Out here looking homeless and everything.
Okay,
and
I'm
niggas
out here with the tissue in my nose. I sick. That's not off.
Nah, like legit, like you are like, because when you really into somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, it's like, you know what? This is what I see you as. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, if you see yourself as at that moment, like, I ain't know my A game. Like, okay, you know what? From my standpoint, you are on your A game. You know what I'm saying? So you still look good to me, and like, you still, give, like, to me, like, you are above the other women and everything that's really out here. Like, I don't really see nobody else but you. So, you know what I mean? Like, none of that matters. That's why they say, like, you really date somebody that really likes you. You know what I mean? Likes you for you. Outside of like, like the makeup enhancements and all these other extras and stuff like that, that can be cool. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know, you know what I mean? Like to put on, y'all like to put on makeup and stuff like that. That's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. But dating a guy that really love you and is really into you and attracted to you, that's really on you outside of having the makeup on. You know what I'm saying? Like that person, when the makeup comes off and the bonnet goes on.
Okay, not the bonnet.
Yeah, the bonnet. You know what I'm saying? And the bonnet gotta be washed too. Like you gotta wash the bonnet. The bonnet can't be smelly either. Let me throw that out there too.
Still make sure your toes are done. That don't mean just let yourself go. Okay?
You know what I'm saying? Shade them hairy legs. You know what I'm saying? Shade them hairy legs. Keep them toenails fresh and everything too. You know what I'm saying? You can't be cutting your mans up. You know what I mean? So, it's those different things and everything.
Oh yeah, and that goes with comfortability too, or being stagnant, as you will. The same way you looked when you got them. Not saying you got to be like that all the time, but keep yourself up. Like, don't get comfortable and feel like you don't have to, put that shit on, as they say. Like, still look like the person. Cause I was just telling my homegirl, was a dude I have been talking to forever. I was like, when I first met him, he had an athletic build. Now he got a dad bod. Man, still fine to me. What? She still out laughing. Like, he, we're older now. I expect him to a certain degree to have, a certain stature. So dad bod it is. And, these days the dad bod 3 and to a certain degree it works for some people, and for me, like the dad bod works for him. So I was just like, it still looks good to me. So that's all that matters.
Listen, but see, that shows that you're really into him. You know what I'm saying? That you're really into him, though. And that ties back what we were just saying, like, legit, like, you got to really be into that person. Because no matter how they change, like build-wise or anything like that, you still see that person for who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really attracted to them like that, like, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, like we were saying, too, I think vice versa, you know what I mean? Like, it can, there's different things that can drive, that woman can do to drive a man to really step out. You know what I'm saying? So everything, like you said, it applies to across the board when it comes to men from like the men's standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
And nagging ain't it, ladies. Nagging ain't it.
Definitely
and I ain't
not.
saying like, oh, you're not supposed to speak your piece, because a man wants, if he really rocks with you, he's not going to be offended by you speaking your piece.
Facts.
He's not going to manipulate the situation, because that's a narcissist. He's not going to manipulate the situation or what you're saying to fit, his perspective. He's actually going to really listen to you, and you're going to come to some type of resolve. But that don't mean every other day you want to nitpick, because at this point you're not happy with this man. Leave him be and go find a man that is okay with your bullshit.
Facts. That's facts. I think that, cause that shit, like, all a man, like, a man settles where he finds peace. You know what I'm saying? So if you get that man a peace of mind like that, and he's a really solid dude, he's going to stick around. Y'all going to last. Now, if nigga ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? Then I understand. You know what I mean? And then he deserves to be with a woman.
With these ain't shit dudes, like y'all be saying he didn't have a baby with Stacey, Tamika, and Karen, and y'all still just be. I just can't.
That's like another thing too, like, you know what I'm saying, like the red flags will still be there about like the guy. So now you stuck nagging, well, now you know what before I even get into that, I think that may be perfect. They may be perfect for each other. So if the guy ain't shit and she a nagger and she just,
they might be the greatest couple on the earth. Okay?
You know what I mean? That's another match made right there. That's a match made. You know what I mean? So, that may just work out. But if you got a solid guy there like that, man, and he's really solid, and you nagging him like that, like, and it could be just over some, like, some random stuff. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna last, and he's gonna go find someone else. He's gonna leave you, and he's gonna go find somebody else that really gives him peace, and he's gonna settle down with that person there. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen every single time.
Peace and a piece, okay?
That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, I went through like mad different like relationships and stuff like that, where it was like, you know, like the nagging and stuff like that and everything, entering into the one where I'm in now was more so like it's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? It ain't more so like the arguing and just the, like, you know, the nitpicking and stuff like that or whatever the case is. I don't got to deal with that. And any man like who's happily married, he'll say the same thing. He'll be like, well, why? Like ultimately, well, why did he marry his wife? Like he'll say honestly, like, you know, shoot. I mean, shoot, she really like, you know, she relieves my mind. You know what I'm saying? Take stress off of me and stuff. All of that is peace. All of that is peace. You know what I'm saying? So you find that, then that's
for your
fine.
man too. Cook for your man. That's the bare minimum. What is wrong with y'all?
Facts.
The bare minimum. That is definitely bare minimum on our end.
Facts. And if you don't know how to cook, get your ass on YouTube. YouTube University.
TikTok.
Yes. TikTok. Yes.
It has like the quickest way to like do recipes. I done found like a couple of recipes. I don't have TikTok, but you know, everybody posts TikTok videos on Instagram. So, yeah, like you can definitely find little quick meals. I don't need quick meals. I do them because I had a kid and she is the quick meal little lady. Like it'll still be good. Like her favorite thing that I cook is chicken bacon ranch pasta. And it's literally like a 15-20 minute quick meal. Right. But she be dogging it. So, you know, ladies, you can do like little quick meals. Exactly. And dudes are like that. Like dudes like quick meals too. Don't get it twisted. No quick meals, they turn into, you know, he might put a ring on it type of deal.
Absolutely.
They be really, if you know how to cook, you'll finesse that quick meal on the sudden.
Absolutely. If you got a mean whip game and like you know how to season, you could make a daggone, you know, a damn, you know, like you were saying, like, you know, chicken bacon ranch pop. Like you could, if your season game is right, you could make that taste like daggone something that came from Paris Steakhouse. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's stuff like that where, like, prime example, when like the pandemic hit and like everybody was forced to just shut down and be in the house. You can't order out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree. Let's say stuff shut down again. That should have been
people's time to really get to know their partners for sure.
Facts. Absolutely. And that,
I kind of wish they would like do it again, only because I feel like now people are back outside and people don't care again, all over again.
Yes. But wow, right now, like it's looking like Freaknik 94 right now.
Okay.
Like, that's a fact.
Woo!
Like
they out here now.
It's lit right now, boy. Good God. Like, but it's also too, like we were talking about, it's a scary time because, you know, you'll like probably think that you're really dating somebody that's really solid, and whole time they on some live whole shit, and that goes for like men and women. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real scary time. It's a real scary time, and
it is, and everybody should get tested because again, it's a real scary time.
Definitely. That's
not
absolutely.
To be like the HIV/AIDS epidemic back in the 80s, what was the crack epidemic? It's back out there like that.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta go get tested.
Them numbers was like, man, dangerous. But I'm gonna roll into the next question too, right? Can you be friends with an ex?
I'm friends with a lot of my exes. That sounds terrible. Not out loud. It sounds really bad. Okay. But I've always been the type of female. I'm really cool with dudes. I've had the same female friends since I was in first grade, so I don't really hang with females too often. So most of the dudes that I've been cool with either from when we was kids or even like once I got older through college and stuff, because dudes don't bring me drama all the time. I'm not saying females do, but females can be really catty. Now men are, some of them is messy. Some of y'all real y'all need to stay out of them girl groups. They messy. But
that's facts though. Absolute.
But
it's a lot of them though. That's
they be
fact.
in group chats, they be talking.
Yeah.
Listen, you'll learn everything about I learned about a lot of people that had BBLs from dudes. Like, Oh, okay. All right. You
That's
messy,
facts.
but okay. So,
Dudes be
yeah.
talking more than like women. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
for sure.
I really
For
see it.
sure.
I really like see it. Like legit. Like a lot of guys, they'll get like caught up in everything and just like I call it they'll be like I call them chatty patties. You know what
Ooh,
I'm saying?
yeah, that's a good
Like
one.
just like the gossip day in and day out and shit like that about like listen man, as a man you should not be discussing nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like as men, what we talk about, even if you don't like sports and shit like that and everything, like you find other topics. You know what I'm saying? Other than like some gossip on, you know, like you just said, like, you know, what like girl got like a BBL and all this stuff. Like man, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like what are you
Right.
doing and everything? Honestly, as a man, you need to be talking about your purpose and how you can like, you know, push forward and everything with fulfilling your purpose and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Having like a strong team around you, like those type of niggas. You know what I mean? Those type of groups and those type of circles.
Yeah, cause a lot of them got people on paperwork, but it's neither here nor there. Um, and them y'all friend circles.
Listen, hey, oh man, yo, but
But the ladies, I'm friends with a couple of my exes.
right.
And a lot of them. Crazy part is a lot. I said that. I really don't. A few of my, I think two of them are married. So, and that's good because I'm always like, you know, I see that. I'm like, dang, I'm happy for you. Now, I need to figure out what's going on. Like, what is going on with me? Because
now you got to take that time. Like, you know, you already know how it is. Like, you know,
right.
it's like the matter of timing. Like, you know, when, you know, alignment is real. So, you know, maybe it's.
And I can't look at that and be like, oh, they are like superbly happy. And that's what I had to tell myself too. Like, for all I know, they could be having the worst issues, and you know, social media made them look like they're having a great life. So, but not saying like I wish anything bad, because I want everybody to have their person. I feel like everybody has a person
Fact.
or persons, because I don't know, some of y'all just don't care.
Listen,
But
listen, you ain't lying though. Like, it's somebody out there for like, you know, it's somebody for you know, somebody for everybody. So
right,
you know, so you will like have that person that'll really come into your life at the right time and the right moment, but it'll really catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
it'll be those moments where you be like, damn, like right now, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll start to look around, you're like, you know what? Nah, it actually do make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's when you really
right.
know. You know what I mean? But you know, it's not really rushed and stuff like that. Like we're just saying, that ties back to where you will have different women that really want to, you know, rush to get married and stuff like that because of, you know, of what they'll see from, you know, the friends and social media. So that pressure will be there.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm saying?
biological clock starts ticking.
Exactly, absolutely. You know, and that's really damaging because now you're trying to force something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then that's not gonna last because, or one of y'all end up cheating because now you're trying to force something and everything to be that possibly wasn't really meant to be like that, like not everlasting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I definitely feel where you're coming from on that though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I really feel like you could be friends with your ex if, and let's say this, if one y'all broke up on like amicable terms.
Yeah, I think that, man. See, man, you know, that's why, you know, once again, you gotta have a real conversation with that person.
Right.
You know, it makes it difficult. All right. I know, like in my case, right, like it's hard for me to do that because a lot of them will still be emotionally tied some way somehow. You know what I'm saying? That could be
Right.
just through the whole relationship and parts of other things as well too, where they like, you know, they want to still hold on and shit like that, and not really like be like, you know what, we're just gonna be cool, you know what I mean, and you know, cordial and stuff like that. That can happen, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you see him in the street, possibly, all right, you say what up, and you can possibly keep it moving. But I know in my
Yeah.
case, it's really hard because, like, a lot of them will still be emotionally tied like that, unless they end up with somebody else. And even in those cases, I still had cases where, like, the girl would still try to make something happen with me and her. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really do that, man. Look, man, the line got to be drawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or that's going to create more issues and create more of a strain. You know what I'm saying? On y'all situation, of y'all even being cool. You know what I'm saying? Or that line ain't drawn in the sand and shit. So, I know I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just me personally.
And it makes sense. I'm cool with my exes, but I feel like, and I say this because this has happened to me before. I was in a situationship, and notice what I said, situationship.
I got it.
And so,
Did you get that?
Yeah. And so I had moved on. I was like, this isn't working for me. I don't know if this is going anywhere. Blase, blase. And he was just like, we can be friends. And I was like, yeah, I can't move forward with the next person if we're friends, because I just feel like, out of respect, I shouldn't be friends with somebody I just stopped basically seeing.
Right.
And he was offended because he was like, no, but we're cool. And I was like, yeah, we are, but no.
I feel you. And with that was like a good ass decision.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I just had to make that decision because I had to make the best move for me in that scenario. Because you never want the next person, or your person that you feel, the person that you feel like could be your person, to feel disrespected or uncomfortable.
Exactly. Like, like, you really gotta, like, how can you truly move on and, like, really give that next situation a real shot if that last person is still lingering around like that too?
Right. And it's not like an ex from like 10 years ago. Like, dude,
Exactly.
I just stopped talking to you. What do you mean? Be friends? No, that is crazy talk.
Absolutely. See,
That's
he just
giving
wanna
room to
access.
double back. I'm about to say, that's giving room to double back.
Yep. I'm telling you, that's all that
it
is. That's all that is. You already know how, like, the game go. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you gonna, like, I mean, that and that can push it slightly right back into a situationship again, because it could be a case, right, where, let's say, y'all, like, remain like friends like that, right? But those emotions are still there because everything is still fresh, and you try to move on to somebody else, that don't work out, and he's still there. Y'all gonna go right back into, like, you know what I'm saying, to where y'all was at previously.
Situationship all over again.
Exactly.
And you're never gonna move forward because that person gonna feel like, oh well, I call them maybes. Those maybe incidents. Like, okay, that didn't work out. Okay, that's cool. Well, maybe I'm just gonna double on back. Like, no, you don't want to be in a situation where you're dealing with people, and a lot of times it causes those cycles. Like, you literally will talk to somebody knowing it won't work because you have that fallback person. That is terrible.
Facts.
Terrible.
Facts. Because you cannot see, and that's why I was just saying as well too, right? Like, why you gotta cut ties with the past. You know what I'm saying? So that's with anybody like that. Even though that, like, person may be, may be like a good person, but if you want to give it like a real shot, like, for your situation,
somebody ain't gonna play about you, so you might want to cut
Absolutely. And if you're a real dude like that too, like, man, like, and he's stepping, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, one like thing about two things for certain, I know I ain't going for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Look, man, hey, either you could be cool with him, you know what I'm saying, or we gonna do what we doing. And if your choice is to still be like, nah, no, I'm gonna just still be cool with him, then that tells me everything that I would need to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where you want to be at, right?
You know what I'm saying? So, that's why, with situations like that and everything, everything has to be laid out. You know what I'm saying? And understood. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I think I'm gonna move into like the last question real quick, right? Because we are going on. We're going on about like 81 minutes right now, yo.
Oh.
We're going like 81 minutes right now, but all right. So, do you believe in going 50-50 on bills when you are in a relationship or when you are married?
Are we living together?
Let's say y'all living together. Y'all are living together and y'all in a relationship. And so give that answer first and then we'll get into the marriage part.
Okay, so this is gonna sound so bad. Okay, so first of all, if we were just dating, but like we were in a relationship, we were just dating, we still had separate households. The only thing we were on 50-50 on is dinner date. You might pay for a meal, I might pay for a meal. You know, call it this. But if we're in a relationship, we live together, no. And this is why I say no. I'm not doing 50-50 because of the simple fact that the man is supposed to be the provider, right?
Right.
So, unless I make more money than said person, I'm not doing 50-50 because you're the man and you want to marry me, then you need to prove or show me that you can provide and be head of household, because that's what the man is supposed to be. In relationships, he's supposed to be that head of household, that caretaker, so to speak.
Absolutely.
And the woman is supposed to be the helpmate. So the most I'm supposed to do outside of, I'm not saying I'm not supposed to pay any bills. Let's not get that twisted. Like light things, like light bill. I'm supposed to keep the bills in order. So like basically, if something happened, the money I bring in that we haven't used or touched, that goes towards, okay, this needs to be fixed. Boom, we got it right here. We want to go on vacation. Boom, we got it right here.
Right.
Things in the house that we need, toilet paper, food, groceries, and stuff like that. Because I am cooking and things of that nature, I'm supposed to be going around checking what we need, and my money is supposed to go to, things like that. But people don't. I'm really, really like new school but old school when it comes to like certain things. Like, I know, as a female, I know my place in the relationship. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and be like, especially if I'm in a relationship. Like, I'm not gonna be like, okay, well, I can go out here and change the tire. I'm not.
I feel you.
I don't even like to take out my trash. Like, let's be clear. I'm so glad there's valet trash here. I hated taking the trash out. You know how easy it is to just put that trash can outside, somebody pick that bag out. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sir. So, yeah, like, I just feel like women, too, don't know sorry, ladies. Women don't always know their place in relationships. You guys do not give yourselves the opportunity to be soft. But we're also dealing with men who don't give us that security to be feminine and to be super soft in that feminine energy. Like, a man wants that respect of you being super feminine, but you're not investing in me. You're not investing in my goals. You're not investing in, things I need. You're not trying to be that provider. So why am I giving you that side of me? Why am I being vulnerable with you if you're not giving me? And let's be clear, submission and vulnerability go hand in hand with both parties.
Right.
But in order for me to give you your peace, you have to prove to me that you can give me the security that I'm looking for in a relationship. A relationship is a give and take. The energy has to be reciprocated in some way on both parties, or it's just not going to work.
Facts, absolutely. And I really feel like that, that all ties back to a man, right? And this right here is for the fellas too. Like, that's why it's important for you to stay on your purpose, for you to get on your purpose and stay on your purpose. So when it leads to, because if you a man on your purpose then you will like grow to the means of like of being able to take care of the household. You know what I'm saying? Where where you can be that leader properly. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like,
And a woman will let you, if you can lead properly, a woman will help you reach your goals before hers. Not saying that is a good thing, but make sure your woman does not also lose herself in helping you reach said goals so that you guys can move effectively. As far as, building a better lifestyle for you and your household.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And like you gotta really be, like you gotta know the balance too. I think as a man, you know what I'm saying, like, and not really allowing her, to be, to really lose herself. That's why it's important for her to have for her to continue to have something going on as well too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like you said too, you know what I mean? Like that man really investing in what you got going on. So if you wanna, start like a, if you invented something, you know what I mean? It could be inventing, damn something for skincare, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he really like, you know what? Idea wise, like he could just give you different ideas or something. You know what I'm saying? And then like, he got like the means, from like a financial standpoint, like, you know what? Let me invest this right here, like into you. I even seen a video where like the girl had to do a proposal, and she was showing the guy like, hey, look, this is my business. This is what it's going to bring in. Like, will you invest in it? You know what I'm saying? And like, of course, like the guy gonna say yeah, but I guess like he was trying to see how like serious she was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or really being like, really about her business. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when it boils down to it, if y'all together like that and y'all building, like she has to be serious about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing to play with, especially when it comes to him investing in it. You know what I mean? Right. So you gotta make sure that you on your A game too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I do like believe in that as well too. Like, you know what I mean? That man got the means, and that ain't no 50-50. You know what I mean? Like it should be he carried primarily like, the household. That's how it was way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like from a primary standpoint, it was more or less like the man took care of everything. But, and the men back then as well too, they was on their purpose. You know what I mean? Whatever that was. If there was a sharecropper, or, they could have owned like 5 juke joints. You know what I'm saying? They was on their purpose, regardless. Like that's what they set out to do.
Back when everything, they was just making 10 cents. They was making it work.
That's facts though. That's facts. Like, it all goes back to that, man. And
also make time for yourselves. Each party has to make time for themselves. You
very
have
important.
to really, self-care is so important. We learned that during the pandemic. So each party definitely has to really take time for themselves. That don't mean go off and do your own thing. That means really just, focus on yourself. Take yourself out to dinner one day. Y'all like sports. Go somewhere to a sports bar, eat some wings, drink a beer or so, watch the game. Thank you. Ladies, game season, just make your man a meal. Little wings, things like that. Give him a beer, walk off, mind your business.
Facts.
Let it be content. Let it be content.
Facts.
It's
the little things, man. And so that ties back to the little things in a relationship that will make it last. Cause he'll look at that. That all goes back to being a man of peace. Cause he'll look at that like, damn, like, yo, like it'll really spark in his mind at random ass moments. Like
damn, she paying attention. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make me watching like you watching ESPN. Let's say if it's a random ass day and the game will come on the highlights or something. He'll think back to the day that you brought him the daggone beer and the wings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I remember when I was in the room, you know what I'm saying, with like the boys and stuff, and she came in and she brought me the wings and the beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those moments, man, that's just priceless. That's priceless. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay for them. Nope. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But I think I'm gonna close this special out though. You know what I'm saying? I think the perfect time. You know what I mean? It was a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really looking forward to all the future conversations and everything by you being
of
part of the
course.
team. You know what I mean?
He said skincare, you guys come check me out in Henderson and Durham if you're in the RDU area. Had to, put a little plug out there. We plugging everybody else out.
Pop your shit. Pop your shit. There you go. There you go, boo. That's what I'm talking about. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Nah, for real. You know what I'm saying? Which, I do like a business spotlight, as well too, at the end of this episode. You know what I'm saying? For your, just like to promote your business as well too. You know what I mean? What you really putting out there. You know what I mean? So, once again, you guys, this is your boy Jaxson Jerome, the Indigo Child, and I got my co-host Miss Shay.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And this is 3 sides to every story. One side, the other, and the truth. Nothing but the truth, baby.
It was all truth.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cold, but we're gonna close this out. Until next time, y'all. Peace and love. No Chase the Truth will be doing promos if you would like your business advertised. We promote locally and nationally owned businesses. If you own a clothing line, mobile barbershop, online boutique, or even the peanut stand right down the street, I promise we got you. First 3 people will be for free. That's right, you heard it right. The first 3 people will be for the free. So what y'all waiting for? Send in your request for promos to nochasethetruth@gmail.com. That's nochasethetruth@gmail.com. Let's do business. Roll it.
This is a No Chase the Truth production.